sure that if you sit there and ask a police officer, when they go on to, they decide to take that as a job, they definitely don't want to target people like that. They obviously, what they want to do for a living is make it a safer place, and you go after criminals, people who have actually committed not a crime, and not somebody who's probably just driving to their job, trying to make a living, supporting their family, and contributing to this country.
That's right. Well, I think what you run into, there's kind of two sides of the point of view. If you have a crime going on and it's being conducted by illegal immigrants, I can understand the notion you want to do something about it, right? If it's a bad guy here and he's here illegally, you want to send him back to wherever he came from because he's causing the problem. That's true. Another problem you run into is if you do decide you're going to ask them what their immigration status is, you're going to run into problems because people aren't the ones that want to call the cops, right?
Correct.
They're worried somebody's going to get turned in, somebody's going to get deported when they haven't. I mean, maybe they've done some fraud or maybe they haven't, but you create a bigger problem in your community because people don't want the police to actually show up. And that's a problem long term as well. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
Absolutely, and that brings me up to Dominic. Dominic also has a couple questions.
Sure.
Okay, I'm Dominic Leal. I'm from Arlington, Texas. I just recently graduated from National R.I.T.A University in Alpine, Texas. My question basically was mainly towards Representative Hartman. Where does he stand on SB 9? I know you answered.
I think he's voted for it because I think he feels like he has to vote for it to say he's done something on illegal immigration. But I mean, I know from talking to him, he doesn't think it accomplishes much.
Okay, and with that answer being said, how do you justify SB 9? How do you justify SB 9 becoming into law, keeping in mind that more criminals will be on the street due to those who are undocumented being fearful of calling emergency services? With that being said, wouldn't that also put Americans in Texas, as we're in Texas, in danger, since they don't want to call and report crimes that undocumented have first-hand knowledge, I mean, they see it.
Yeah.
We're the majority in Texas. I mean, by implementing SB 9, it's going to put everybody in danger. All the Americans.
Are you causing a bigger problem?
Yes, SB 9 basically causes a bigger problem.
You could do that, and I think that's the problem with the implementation of it, is that you're hoping that the police officers and whoever's running the police agency, whether you're talking about county officials or city officials, that they're being judicious in how they enforce those laws. It doesn't require them to check your immigration status. That's still going to be left at the discretion of the policing agency to do that.
Well, now
That's the one that they do that or not. And you're right. I mean, it causes a problem in the community that people are fearful they're going to be deported or whoever they're reporting is going to be deported.
Because the perception is through media that SB 9 is going to bring fear. It's going to bring fear, and those that are undocumented, they're already fearful of calling the emergency services. Now it puts even more fear. It compacts the issue, and in essence, Americans are going to be in danger. So my question is, I wish Representative Hartman was here because I would like to hear his answer. How did he justify that? How did he justify SB 9, and how does he justify that, with that being said, by putting Americans in danger?
Well, I think the perception you're going to get from the guys that are voting for the bill from Representative Hartman, for the most part, I don't think they feel they're putting other people in danger. I mean, that's not to say that might not be an end result, but they don't feel like their vote is putting somebody else in danger. If you're here illegally, you are putting yourself in danger because you've entered a foreign country illegally. If you don't want to report to local crime officials, you have to find a way to either live here legally or deal with the problem without addressing it with policing authority. And you're right. I mean, that's not to say that your effect isn't correct, but what I think the position they're going to take is, I'm not the one creating that problem. I'm trying to have law enforcement enforce the laws on the books and give them the authority to enforce the laws on the books and do something about it.
Now, when it's safety become an issue, I mean, I understand I understand where you're coming from, but when it's that another issue that come up with safety, when it's that basically it's going to keep compounding the issue, compounding the
That's right.
SB 9 is going to keep compounding the overall immigration issue.
It does.
And
I think you're going to see that. I mean, SB 9, in my opinion, this is Representative Hartman's opinion. Yeah, you're probably right. The problem's going to get worse before it's going to get better, and the problem is the federal government won't address the immigration issue. Whether you agree or whether you agree or you don't agree with amnesty, my personal opinion, I don't have a problem with amnesty. There should be a path. They should provide a path to citizenship for people. There should be a right way for people to become citizens
most of the people are here contributing for the most part. I mean, you do have people who are, of course, in every race and every color that, you know, you have the good and you have the bad, but for the most part, you would have a lot of good people, you know, becoming either citizens or residents that can help out so much more, pick up education, pick up
Well, I don't understand why.
so much.
I mean, this probably sounds bizarre, but why wouldn't you want somebody to become a citizen of the country? Like,
Because then you know you're here.
well, that's good.
Right. Right.
Want to know who's here and what they're doing, and if they want to contribute and have a job or be a productive member of society, that's a good thing, right?
Correct.
I mean, as bizarre as it sounds, that is kind of what America was founded on, was most of the immigrants that came over and contributed to building the country in the first place. Why would you want to just turn around and stop that when you immigrate? It doesn't make any sense to me, and I understand there's people that are, you know, think that amnesty is a bad thing, and you're encouraging people to be thoughtful. And I understand that, right? You don't want to create an encouragement for people to break the law and enter the country illegally, but at the same time, you don't provide a path. They're not providing a path for them to do it. I mean, it's a problem that has to be solved, and SB 9 probably pushes towards the crisis that the federal government has to be solved. And sooner or later they do. I mean, there's no question about that.
Do you think that part of the reason that SB 9 is being brought up as an emergency legislation with our finances? We're so messed up in our finances. Our budget was so approved, and we had to have an emergency session in order to address it. But then we're also addressing these issues. It just doesn't seem like our representatives